Today, we're diving into something a little unconventional but super exciting: growing cranberries from store-bought berries. Yes, you heard that right. Whether you're in a small urban garden or have acres of backyard, this is for you. Now, you might be thinking, cranberries? Aren't those grown in massive bogs? Well, you're not wrong, but don't let those commercial farms intimidate you. With a little bit of know-how and a touch of that gardening magic you all possess, you can cultivate these little ruby gems right at home. And the best part? It's incredibly satisfying to serve up a homemade cranberry sauce or pie made with ingredients you nurtured from tiny seeds to plump, juicy berries. So let's grab our gardening gloves and get started on this exciting adventure. Cranberries are not just for Thanksgiving. They're packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and a unique tartness. And guess what? You can grow them right at home. Imagine harvesting your own fresh organic cranberries. It's fun and incredibly rewarding. Plus, they're perennial, coming back year after year. Low maintenance and charming, they spread out beautifully. In autumn, they transform into a stunning tapestry of crimson and scarlet. Harvesting your own cranberries is a sheer delight. So why cranberries? Because they're delicious, versatile, and offer a unique gardening adventure. Give them a try. Here's the first tip. Grab those cranberries from your local grocery store. Don't worry about organic or specific varieties. Any cranberry will do for this exciting experiment. Choose berries that are plump, firm, and show no signs of damage or mold. Now let's talk about extracting those precious seeds. Gently roll the cranberries between your palms to soften them slightly. This will make the next step a tad easier. Take a sharp knife and carefully cut each cranberry open. Inside, you'll find tiny seeds nestled within the juicy flesh. These seeds are your ticket to homegrown cranberries. Once you've extracted the seeds, it's time to give them a little spa treatment. Rinse them gently under cool water to remove any clinging pulp or debris. This will prevent any unwanted fungal growth during the stratification process. Now here's where it gets interesting. Cranberries, like many other plants, benefit from a period of cold stratification. This simply means mimicking the natural winter conditions they would experience in the wild, which helps to break their dormancy and encourages germination. Take a damp paper towel, not soaking wet, just lightly moist, and spread your cleaned cranberry seeds on it. Gently fold the paper towel, ensuring the seeds are snug and secure. Next, grab a resealable plastic bag and slip your seed-filled paper towel inside. This creates a humid environment for your little seeds to chill out in. Pop the bag into the refrigerator, away from any ripening fruits or vegetables. Store it for about 6 to 8 weeks, allowing the seeds to experience their artificial winter slumber. During this time, resist the temptation to peek too often. Let nature do its work, and in a few weeks, you'll have little cranberry sprouts ready to greet the world. Cranberries, as you may know, are water-loving plants, often found thriving in bogs and wetlands. They prefer acidic soil with a pH level between 4.0 and 5.5. Don't worry, achieving this is easier than you think. Start with a good quality potting mix specifically designed for acid-loving plants like rhododendrons or blueberries. This will provide a good foundation for your cranberries. Next, add peat moss to the mix. Peat moss is fantastic for increasing acidity and improving drainage, both essential for happy cranberry plants. Aim for a ratio of about 2 parts potting mix to 1 part peat moss. Now, if you're in a particularly sandy area, consider lining your planting bed or pots with plastic sheeting. This will help retain moisture, preventing the soil from drying out too quickly. Once your soil mix is ready, it's time to plant your cranberry seeds or seedlings. For seeds, sprinkle them gently over the surface of the soil and lightly press them in. Don't bury them too deep. They need light to germinate. If you're starting with seedlings, carefully transplant them into their new homes, ensuring the root ball is level with the soil surface. Water your newly planted cranberries gently but thoroughly, using a watering can with a fine rose to avoid disturbing the seeds or seedlings. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged, throughout the germination and establishment phase. Now that your cranberry plants are settling into their new home, let's talk about their ongoing care. As we've established, cranberries enjoy a good drink, but they certainly don't like to be waterlogged. Think of it this way: In their natural habitat, cranberries grow in areas with fluctuating water levels. They experience periods of both wet and dry conditions, and this cycle is crucial for their growth and fruit production. So how do we replicate this in our gardens? The key is to water deeply but infrequently. Instead of giving your cranberries a light sprinkle every day, aim for a good soaking once or twice a week, depending on the weather and your soil type. Check the soil moisture regularly by sticking your finger about an inch deep into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time for a good watering. If it still feels damp, hold back and let the soil dry out a bit more before watering again. Mulching is another essential aspect of cranberry care. Apply a layer of organic mulch such as pine needles, wood chips, or shredded bark around the base of your plants. This will help to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. As your cranberry plants grow, they'll benefit from a light feeding in the spring. Use a balanced, slow-release fertilizer specifically formulated for acid-loving plants. Avoid over-fertilizing, as this can lead to excessive foliage growth at the expense of fruit production. Remember, observe your plants closely and adjust your watering and feeding schedule based on their needs and the prevailing weather conditions. With a little bit of attention and care, you'll be well on your way to harvesting a bountiful crop of homegrown cranberries. As summer fades and autumn paints the landscape in warm hues, you'll notice a magical transformation in your cranberry patch. The once green berries will gradually deepen in color, taking on a vibrant ruby red hue, signaling that harvest time is near. Typically, cranberries are ready for picking from late September to October, depending on your climate and the specific variety you're growing. Gently squeeze a few berries. If they feel firm and have a slight give, they're ready to be harvested. To harvest your cranberries, carefully pluck them from the vines, leaving the stems intact. You can also use a small pair of scissors to snip the berries from the vines, being careful not to damage the plants. Once you've gathered your cranberry bounty, it's time to decide how you want to enjoy them. Freshly harvested cranberries have a tart, tangy flavor that's perfect for making sauces, relishes, chutneys, and baked goods. If you're not ready to use all your cranberries right away, you can store them in the refrigerator for several weeks. Spread them out in a single layer on a baking sheet lined with paper towels and place them in the crisper drawer. This will help to absorb any excess moisture and prevent them from becoming moldy. For longer storage, consider freezing your cranberries. Simply spread them out in a single layer on a baking sheet and freeze them until solid. Once frozen, transfer them to a freezer-safe bag or container for up to a year. Frozen cranberries are perfect for adding to smoothies, sauces, and baked goods. There you have it, beginners! From the grocery store to your garden, you can grow your cranberries with these unconventional tips. Try it out, share your harvest with us, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening hacks. Remember, gardening is a journey of exploration and discovery. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try new things, and to learn from your successes and failures alike. Until next time, happy gardening!